All right, we'll see what's up. I should be good now. That was annoying. Let me check something real quick. I'm just curious to see if I'm still on Rumble or not. Yeah, I am.
Shout out Rumble. Anyone say what's up in Rumble?
All right, cool. All right, well, let's get back to it. Sorry for the interruption, everybody.
3 million documents released by the U.S. Department of Justice on January 30th. Yet, before his death, Jeffrey Epstein had a partner, and it wasn't Ghislaine Maxwell. Meet Karina Shuliak, the Belarusian woman he was reportedly planning to marry, and according to records, was Epstein's last phone call before his death in August 2019. Her name appears 45,000 times in the 3 million documents released by the U.S. Department of Justice on January 30th. Yet, she remains far less known than Maxwell. 2 days before his death, Epstein signed the 1953 trust, leaving Shuliak $100 million, including $50 million up front. The will also granted her a 33-carat diamond ring, 48 more diamonds, as well as various properties, including his New Mexico ranch, his Paris apartment on Avenue Foch, and the famous Little St. James Island. Maxwell,
Bro,
well,
okay,
she
I have
was
something
named
to say.
too, but for only 10
Imagine doing imagine receiving all that
Huh.
just by being a spouse. Usually all that would go to your mom, which I think she's dead, or like a son,
That
or
happens with a
like.
lot of famous people.
But he entrusted all his wealth and money, majority to her. So
Yeah.
imagine all the shit she must have done or gone through. Ghislaine Maxwell was his partner in crime, and yet she only got $10 million.
Yeah. But money might not
A
mean that
small
much
piece.
to them.
Oh,
I mean, if you're living with millions your whole life, do you really need a bunch of millions at the end? Him and Ghislaine were like living it up their whole lives with millions. They never went without. You know what I mean? Like they were never hurting the whole
yeah.
time. They were fucking living it up. So now that she's at the end of the road, I don't think she really expected him to leave a bunch all the treasures at like they're at the end of the road. I don't think she has a problem with him leaving their shit to someone else. You know what I mean?
Especially his girlfriend.
It's almost like leaving it to the next generation. Just go get him, Tiger.
I taught you everything.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, shit.
You know?
But his properties also had diggers, like legit machinery, like diggers. So like,
Yeah.
who knows? Like, she could have got rid of a lot of evidence.
Yeah.
And then they've only released 3 million of the files. There's still another 3 million that they won't release. That they don't
They're just
plan
like
on releasing.
teasing. They're just like waving that carrot on the string. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're wafting that stinky
Maybe they'll
vagina in the
release the rest
air.
of the files when they want to get a certain bill or law passed.
Yeah, when they want something.
Yeah.
It's crooked. Happy
It's
Valentine's
fucked
Day,
up.
folks.
Yep.
Um, well, is there anything else you wanted to say about good old Epstein?
It's just fucked up situation.
Yeah. Why do you think it came back
Let's see
around right now?
what do you mean?
Like, why did they release more files right now?
Because it was part of the act or law that they passed.
Oh, so they were working on that?
So they were kind of forced to release like partial
Mm,
of the files, and of course they fucked up here and there.
wow. Do you believe that
Or
really
so they
that?
want us to think.
Yeah, it's a little weird, right?
I don't know.
Where's Elon when you need him?
But But he was like just a piece, a small piece. Apparently,
Who?
there was also billionaires and all these
Steiny?
other officials. Epstein.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like a knight or some shit.
Yeah.
Like there's still kings and queens that we don't know about that are doing fucked up shit behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rhymes. Kings and queens behind the scenes trying to fuck up everything.
That's been a conspiracy for like 30 years. That there's evil people
Bro,
behind the scenes doing
I-
fucked up shit. I mean, come on.
I'm pretty sure they released COVID, and even then, there was a theory that they put all of Jeffrey Epstein's DNA in COVID vaccines.
Wow. You want to know what's not a
Did you
theory?
hear about that one?
No, that's wild.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Back
what?
when we had the podcast going, Josh said COVID on the podcast, and they made me remove that for the episode to be able to be on YouTube.
What?
We were talking. Oh no, here's what happened. We were talking about COVID, and then he was like, "I'm not saying the vaccine would kill you," but then all it picked up was the vaccine will kill you, and he was making an argument against my position. But because he said those words in that order, the algorithm picked that up and it was flagged it as him like spreading false news about the vaccine. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Um,
Oh, but like all these billionaires in Israel and shit are like, they're like cahoots.
yeah,
And like Jay Z, I would say Jay Z is like a pawn or some shit, or maybe like a knight as well, or you know,
yeah.
or Jeffrey was a bishop and like Jay Z is more of a knight.
Hmm.
And like I said earlier, I was talking to Logan. Suge Knight was also like a very beginner pawn,
Really?
like 20, 30
Suge
years
Knight.
ago,
What about
because he
Diddy?
started off. P Diddy. Oh,
Yeah,
he's definitely like one of the new pawns or knights. You know,
it's
I'd
funny.
say he's on the same level as Jay Z.
Just a day or two ago, I was writing a diss, or like part of my verse was a diss to like Jay Z and Dr. Dre on one of their beats.
Dang.
It's funny. Yeah. Huh. What
And
does
then
it
all this
mean
got exposed, or
for like? I guess it has larger implications, but what does it mean for hip hop if like? And that's what we're gonna talk about too with the Vlad thing, and I'm gonna get into my opinion on it. But like, what does it mean for hip hop if all these big time guys in it were like doing real weird stuff behind the scenes? Do you think it makes it hard to say like they were close to all these other people and no one knew about it? If like Dr. Dre, Jay Z, P Diddy were doing real weird crooked stuff, it's like how many people that they were around knew about it and didn't say anything. That was what was said about R. Kelly too. Like, okay, R. Kelly was doing all this weirdo shit, but at least a couple of bodyguards or a couple of his partners or like whoever, like people were seeing stuff and didn't say anything. So how much can be said the same for like Jay Z and P Diddy and maybe some others? Allegedly, we don't know. We're just speculating and going off of what's in the news and stuff. But
well, it's just not hip hop. It's also pop
pop,
and like Michael Jackson.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying he could have been framed. Like he could have been easily blackmailed.
yeah.
You know, they could have easily taken advantage of one of his weaknesses.
It's even worse for hip hop because in hip hop we try to act like we're tough and we're um like hip hop's about the struggle and it's about being real and it's about being tough and it's like we're not gonna tolerate any bullshit. It's like, well, if Jay-Z's doing weirdo shit and paying people off to cover it up, that's weirdo shit, you know? It's like that's not supposed
I
to
would
be
say
the
it's
essence
more
of hip hop.
like Hollywood mafia type shit.
Yeah, but I'm not cool with that shit.
But like Jay Z's more on the business side, with federal employees,
Yeah, I'm not a
cops.
businessman. I'm a
He's got
businessman.
people on the payroll.
You're just a little bitch.
Like like Suge Knight was employing
Suge
fucking
Knight, Suge Knight.
gangsters, thugs. Suge Knight,
Yeah, yeah.
So, and
Was
that's what
he?
fucked him over. And Jay Z's kind of getting away with it a little bit.
Yeah,
And so, like, Epstein was getting away with it for a long time. He was fucking almost 70 years. Fucking
yeah.
pretty old. In the files, they said Trump had dementia.
I feel like for some reason they want us to know this stuff at this time. I think so you can make a decision if you're okay with it or not. You
Yeah.
know?
Like a decision for what? Like, are we just gonna let it go, or are we gonna do something about it?
Yeah. Even if you don't
I mean,
explicitly
what can
do
we do
something.
about it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. People are like, well, what can you do? But you can at least acknowledge that it is going on more than likely, or that's what they want us to think, and you can at least say that like you're not in favor of it. And I think most people would say that, but some people are just not even acknowledging that this stuff is like coming out. You know what I mean?
They think it's all bullshit or fake.
And I guess there's no good like hard concrete proof, right? But here's what I'll tell you. Okay, like everyone that you like, someone that doesn't believe this, everyone that you get your news from, they probably believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I trying to say? The only one of notoriety and high up that even if they shouldn't have notoriety, anyone that's high up or has notoriety or has any kind of clout or speaks on this, the only one that says it's fake is Trump, right? Is there anyone else that's like someone big that says this is fake that you can think of, Joey?
Like someone that thinks it's fake.
Someone, yeah. Can you name someone that actually has some sort of clout, or not clout, but like is a somebody that says this the Epstein files is fake? The whole thing's fake, other than Trump.
Someone with clout.
This is not a trick question. Like I'm saying I can't think of anybody. You know what I mean?
Like who's actually like
Is there anybody
being
that's
very vocal
actually?
about it.
Is there anybody that has like that's a you know, what am I trying to say?
What's his name? The guy that got sued a long time ago.
Alex
And he
Jones,
was like crazy or whatever. Alex Jones,
but
isn't he like?
he believes in it more than anybody.
But they're making him backpedal now.
Are they?
I haven't heard anything from him.
No, my point is everyone pretty much believes that the Epstein stuff is true on some level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, like me and you, we don't have any hard evidence, but we're pretty much taking we're assuming that it's true based off of the fact that everything indicating is that it's true. And you know, how can we I don't know how much we can trust the system, but as much as we can trust the system is telling us this is true. So for someone that believes in everything the system does, or a lot of the stuff the system does, like my dad who believes in Trump and who says you got to vote and et cetera, it's like, okay, you believe enough of what the system tells you and you believe enough of the status quo. The status quo is the Epstein shit is going on. For I haven't talked to my dad about it, but for someone like him to not even look into it, not even be thinking about it, not even, maybe it's good, but it's weird that he's a Trump guy, but he has not even acknowledged this big elephant in the room that a lot of other people have acknowledged, and most people acknowledge that on some level, but a lot of the Trump supporters, they don't even want to think about it or talk about it at all because I feel like that would, a lot of things would have to crumble if they admitted that that was true. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
Yeah,
Epstein
like
being real equals Trump is a pedophile, but I think a lot of puzzle pieces and a lot of dominoes start to fall if they admit that Epstein was real. That's just, I have a pretty good feeling that that's true. Because a lot of the Trump people, they don't want to talk about it. They don't even want to think about it. They just act like it's not even a thing. And it's like, you know, I have my own opinion of the Epstein thing. Like if it never got brought up on mainstream news, we would never know about it. We never had to know who Epstein was. They could have killed him in a dark dungeon and bada bing, bada boom, he's over. We never would have known. You know,
but
nobody.
why did they why did they let us know? Why did they bring it
That's
up?
what I don't know. The only reason I can think of is because they want people to, like we were saying earlier, either say they're against it and acknowledge it and shame it and say we're against it and we're not going to stand for it, or you're going to put your head in the sand or find a reason why it's okay.
Maybe there are actually people trying their best to like expose everything, and they couldn't like completely stop it.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think even if that is the case, they're going to use it to their advantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know.
they're always
I
playing
think
chess.
yeah, they're
Jesus.
exactly. They're always playing chess. It's hard for me to see a world where something happens that they didn't see that was going to happen, at least a little bit. I could be wrong, but you know what I mean? Like we have betting sites now where you can bet like the odds on certain things and like I don't even know what all they have, but they have all you can bet the odds on like so much shit now. It's hard for me to imagine the elites don't have an outcome for like most scenarios. Like, oh, that happened. We didn't see that happening. Like, um oh, the Epstein files leaked and people are finding out more and more. Oh, we didn't see that happening. Like that I find that like so hard to believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. It's weird. There does seem to be
it's
like
crazy.
a bunch of evil taking over at this time, and I wonder why. But it's like that could be part of it too. Like there's a movement going on, and it's you're meant to decide what side you're gonna be on. It's weird.
Yeah, how do you feel about the DJ Vlad stuff and Tory
Um,
Lanez? Shout out Tory.
I don't like that Vlad supposedly. I want him to speak on it because it seems like his account's just going crazy. But like, if he took payments from Jay Z to lie or not tell the truth, I'm not okay with that like at all. And he shouldn't be either. It's like you're taking
Because the
payments.
money, so the money stopped coming in. He decided to snitch.
Yeah, so basically money buys you, and like people can basically get you to go against your morals, or maybe you don't have that much morals, but you'll just do whatever to whoever. Like for you to like lie and or basically lie by omission, um, and basically be like Jay Z's little bitch and make someone look bad, and it's like I don't know. It's just like, and Vlad is someone that's already set. It's not like he needs the money. It's not like 50,000 to me and you is not 50,000 to Vlad. Vlad's made already. He doesn't need 50,000. He doesn't need that money. So for him to take that. It's just like it kind of shows where his heart is at, and he could say all this and that. I'm a purist for the hip hop, and I do it for the right reasons. That's really in question for me now, and it makes you go back and look at a lot of other things where people wanted to say, "Oh, Vlad, you're a culture vulture. You're asking leading questions to get people locked up, and you're doing all this harm." And for a lot of times, I think a lot of people, and even me, was able to say, "Nah, I'm gonna give Vlad the benefit of the doubt because of this and this and this and this reason and this reason." But now with this, it's hard for me to give him the benefit of the doubt. And it makes me look at all those other situations and think, oh, maybe those people were right about you being nefarious at those other times. So I'm disappointed in Vlad overall. And not that I was really looking at him for huge moral
We
whatever,
we,
whatever.
we,
But
we were big fans.
yeah,
We
still a
were
fan
big
of the
fans.
content, but disappointed. Like, yeah, anyway.
Why'd you do it, Vlad?
Yeah, it's lame. I don't like the way he
Just
came
keep
out with it,
keep
too.
the
Just
interviews.
a bunch of Twitter fingers instead of coming out like with a I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to seeing him in interviews, so that's
With
how I wanted to hear it. But
like a video. Like he should have interviewed himself.
yeah, almost. I'm sure he will do one of those style things where someone interviews him because he's been doing those more lately. But it's just like, why would you? I almost want to pull up all the tweets if we can find it real quick.
I sent him through Facebook. Uh, all the other tweets I don't know, but for sure like what he was saying.
Content not available.
Damn, he deleted it.
Yeah. I wonder if it was fake.
Damn.
Let me see.
Yeah, dude, this AI shit's getting out of control. That is a big thing.
Yeah, how do you know that shit was real? You know, how do we know it was real? Yeah, I found it. It's blurry as shit, though. Why is it so blurry? Says, I have a confession. Rock Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They have also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory, and they bribed the judge too. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She was never shot. The LA police were all on Jay's payroll, and it doesn't stop with LA, but you're not ready to hear that part.
Brother, you're the topic of.
Whoa.
You think that was reaching?
Well, hey, listen.
Whoa, I guess Ak had Vlad on his thing.
Topic of conversation.
Yeah, you think?
Vlad, what's going on?
Vlad, what's going on?
Man, look, if you look at like my previous tweets, I was talking about how ridiculous the whole news cycle was because they were bringing back this old video from May of Kelsey's bodyguard saying that she really was the shooter, and people like, oh, look, the evidence is in. And I'm like, this is a tweet from May. And he wasn't even the bodyguard that night. He was the bodyguard who claims he overheard something during the court proceedings, whatever. And people are like, oh, that's because Jay-Z, he bought off all the jurors. I said, okay, that's an interesting idea for a tweet. So I created this whole ridiculous tweet with every conspiracy theory laid out one after the other, to the point of even saying that Jay-Z did a verse for the judge's grandson.
It was the huge
That was
troll.
reaching, of course.
You think that was reaching?
Well, hey, listen, I knew this was a satirical tweet from the get-go. I was just speaking about the tweet on stream here. And by the way, Vlad, I'm telling you,
He
you
would
fucked
never
the
say
hip-hop
something
game
like
up with
that.
this. Usually I get about...
He would never say all that. You know what I mean? In a tweet, that's not like him.
So it's just
It was a 69.
So he was just trolling.
Yeah, he pulled 6'9", right?
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Took that shit. Give me that shit. Stole that shit. Well, that was a
That's
dud.
lame.
You love that.
I thought Jay-Z was fucking out here. I mean, still might be. Maybe they're just trying to do that shit.
Yeah, it's all distraction, chaos. In other
Yeah,
news,
I guess we're in a world of chaos.
yeah, Robert Duval died today, so R.I.P.
I don't know who that is.
Have you ever seen Secondhand Lions?
Nope.
Have you ever seen Lonesome Dove?
Yes.
The cowboy? Gus?
Which one?
Gus?
Gus.
The main one? He died. Right, he's been in like several good movies.
Rest in peace.
It's kind of like a feel good movie, but it's like pretty good. It's about it came out in like I think the mid 2000s. It was with him in it. It was called Secondhand Lions. It was about him and his brother were like two old rich retired dudes that lived on like a farm. And I forgot how, but some kid that was like an orphan came to live with them, and they were just like kind of hard asses. And all the time, salesmen would come by to try to get their money, and they would just like chase them off. And then some other shit happened. It was like a feel good movie, and like at first they hated the kid, and they came to like him, and then I don't know, some bullshit happened, but anyway, it was good. I feel like there's another movie he was in too that I can't remember. But for sure, Lonesome Dove, that was the number one movie that I remember him from, and definitely a really good Western. So just wanted to give him a shout out. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Man.
See if I can look up another movie he was in real quick. I feel like I should know that. Let's see. There's a more recent one I think that was pretty big. Let me see. He was in the original Godfather. He was in The Judge. He was the judge with Robert Downey Jr. in 2014. He was in that movie Secondhand Lions I was telling you about in 2003. Oh, he was in Open Range in 2003, which was a okay western. What else? He was in The Godfather Part 2 and Part 3. I didn't know he was in the original Godfathers. That's interesting. What else? Oh yeah, he was the villain in the original True Grit for John Wayne. He was Lucky Ned Pepper. I forgot about that. He's like, I'll give you. What did he say? He gave him a few minutes, and he's like, I need more minutes. I need more time, and then I'm not gonna make it. And he said, I won't give you any more. My family always liked that because like they were yelling at each other like across a valley, and that's like funny because if you were yelling, you would use as few words as possible. So he was like, I gave you 2 minutes, and he's like, I'm gonna need more time, Dad. He's like, I won't give you any more. That was it. Like, fuck off, bitch. Oh man. Classic scene. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. He was in Sling Blade. That's an old one. That's a good one.
Okay.
But for sure, I would say Lonesome Dove is his number one big one, and you've seen that. So, anyway, rip to Robert Duval. He was a legend. And yeah.
Rest in peace.
Anything else you want to say before we just get out of here?
No, I think that's it. Just thanks y'all for tuning in. Can't trust everything you read on the internet these days. All these files that are coming out are very interesting. Who knows what's going on? I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble.
It's hard to know when you read something if it's true or not. How do you verify things these days? So, it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to know. But we'll try to dissect them more here as the things unfold and make sense of the madness. I think there's a common thread though. They want negative, they want chaos, and they don't want to tell you the truth. So if you kind of go with the opposite of that, you shouldn't be in too bad a shape. So that's what we're gonna try to do here: common sense, the truth, and try to stay on a positive note. So I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Appreciate Dub for checking out the stream and letting us know the mic was messed up. And yeah, anyone who watches the streams, appreciate y'all. Appreciate who catches the rebroadcast. Appreciate Mr. Joe Gaines for co-hosting here tonight and helping me research a bit. And I'll give him the final word before we sign out.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. Mr. Game, Joy Flex, LOG. Well, that's what's up. Here with another video. Make sure to tune in. Say what's up. Let us know. Let us know what's going on in the world. Let us get to the bottom of it. There's a lot of bullshit going on, and hopefully we'll make it through.
And that's when I pulled out my gun.
That's it for me.
And I said, I'm getting to the bottom of this
Peace.
one. All right, we'll see y'all
That's
next
what's up.
time. We appreciate y'all. And hopefully we'll be back soon with another Where There's Smoke stream where we can talk about what's going on in the world. And maybe we'll be a bit more prepared with, source material. But yeah, that's what it is. We'll see y'all soon. I'm LOG from Where There's Smoke. And Mr. Joe Games was here. Appreciate y'all. Signing out. Later.
Peace.